You need to be able to measure what you do. And then what you do, you need to ask yourself, okay, is it something that is achievable, what I want to do? Is it realistic? And then you give yourself time, which means there is a growth pattern, there is a growth plan for you. Okay, by XYZ time, I want to have been a professional in this, I want to have done this and all of that. By this time, I want to be a CEO. You have a growth plan. You look at where you are working, and then you look at how well you can scale and move up the ladder. Thank you.
Great. So, thank you, sir. You're going to recap. I'm sorry. See, when I say recap, I meant that I am receiving word. No word.
Okay, I said.
But you left off at the part of people encouraging that don't just be diligent, have a growth.
Have a growth plan. Yes.
A plan. Okay, but I noticed that most people come into the workplace, no plan. You know, I was hammering on ambition and the fact that ambition is not godly, because almost too frequently we have spoken about ambition as though it's something anybody should never do. So let's have millennials in the house. And I'm beginning to pick some words. So when did hard work become a synonym for physical exertion of energy? And when did that become the only definition for synonym for hard work? We're trying to get somewhere. I've got feedback from 2 managers in-house already, and there are issues around this. If we are smart, then we should turn out better jobs, shouldn't we? Then we should turn them out more timely than the so-called hard worker is doing. And Mr. Okedara said, one of the things you need to do to show you are able to handle smart work is to have even learned to handle hard work. So you would have made your dues around hard work. You must know how hard work works. Okay, so millennials, how is it that though we allude to smart work as the thing that is real, and that there is no need to work hard, because we think that hard work is physical exertion, which I agree with Sean that I'd rather see it as diligence than physical exertion. Okay, so how do we convert the benefit of being smart and belonging to that generation that says that we call the shots? How do we convert it to making things run in wherever we find ourselves, creating the change waves? I just thought we should talk about that before we go into this. So, yeah, you have. I'm sure you will talk.
Okay, firstly, I think I'm having a wrong definition to this smart work and hard work before. But after Mr. Shaw said, give us his own meaning to it, I think I'm having a different and another meaning in that. But I think people mistake hard work for working hard.
Exciting, sweating.
Exactly.
Doing it the way Mr. Olumide said, that's what they want to do.
People will believe that, oh, this boy is really working hard, like he's hardworking. Then you yourself, you know that. Firstly, let me take it from smart work. Smart work is what I believe that when you are being given a task, you have to finish this by so time. And you find a way around it to finish at that particular time. You were able to deliver
On or before that.
Before that particular time. I believe that is smart work. But the next one, which is hard work, I do not really have a meaning to that yet, because I'm sure after this training, I'll have a good meaning. But I've always been thinking hard working means when they give you a task.
Analog.
Exactly.
To go analog.
Exactly. And when they give you work to do, you. But sometimes some supervisors will give you work that they know that you cannot finish this at that particular time that they're giving you that you must finish it.
But that's why it's a challenge. See, there are a few things. I do plenty of orientation and mindset resets. Certain things are a lifetime opportunity to wow everybody. And when people push you, it's because some in their mind, their vested confidence, like confidence they have not even seen, they have vested it in you to see whether you will live up to the challenge. So when your mindset says, well, you know this thing cannot be achieved, you didn't say it to him, you said it to your mind, and most millennials will tell you to your face that this thing cannot be done. Okay, it depends on the environment that you work in. But what I'm making is we need reorientation around some of these things. Back in the days when they were pushing me around from leave this beat, go to this beat, leave this beat, go to this beat, leave this beat, go to this beat. Thankfully, I had the right mindset about it. I wasn't fighting it. I know colleagues of mine that once they move them from a beat they call lucrative, they begin to malfunction. They become dysfunctional from that point. Okay. Because you have just shifted them from where they thought they have planted themselves.
Okay, I like challenges a lot. I like
exactly, but you see, that mindset will not let you take challenges. That's why I'm saying that we need to always balance it. What if this is supposed to be my moment of stardom? What if this is supposed to be that moment where my boss will never forget? He'll keep talking about it everywhere. That come this guy, and you'll be able to say something. Even me, I feared that he might not deliver. Do you know what? He wildly delivered. Isn't that a better story or narrative than you've even already given up yourself that it can't be done in your mind? And whatever affects your mind affects your life and your work.
Okay. I believe you do not understand what I just said.
I'm following you.
I like challenges a lot, and that's why I'm here, because I want to be versatile. I want to know so many things that.
But hitherto, you thought that hard work was physical exertion.
Exactly, because I believe some people reward people that are hardworking than people that work smartly. Because
I didn't get that.
okay.
I'm trying to follow you.
Okay.
Okay, that's it.
Wow, you see, I think the question is, it cannot be smart work without that.
Exactly. Okay, is it possible?
Yeah, that's the question. For him, he said he didn't even understand hard work with diligence because he was counting in extra to say it. Okay, hold on, please.
So, I don't know if it has been touched, but one of the things I'm trying to understand is smart work, hard work. For me, I think.
Are they complementary or can you do without one?
Honestly, I think that the most important about both of them is your result. Honestly. So, because if you are working hard and there is nothing to show for it, you're working smart, nothing to show for it. So, but I think that if you are a creative person and you are innovative, you would always consistently learn how to improve on how to deliver things that are given to you. And I think, yeah, that's being smart actually. But you have to still work and put in the effort to actually deliver that. So I think it's a woven, basically.
Jeff will say something, Mr. Sunday, and
I'm
okay.
following Dr. Kosa.
He said, don't speak our mind.
Okay, so smart work, hard work. Smart for me has to do with the brain.
Innovation.
Yeah. You are constantly looking for better ways to achieve a certain task or to do something creatively. Hard work is, I think the bigger problem that we have right now is the definition that we have.
It's a mindset. Yeah, it's definition. Yeah, they are
So we
keeping
all
it
feel
the wrong
like
definition.
these guys here are suffering.
Exactly.
And those guys here are better off. Well, better off. If you see the guys that we call that they do smart work, Elon Musk,
They work hard.
Tim Cook, all those guys, they are crazy hard workers. You must put in that effort. You are thinking, but don't say that you should carry block and be moving up and down. They are creative. So your brain is thinking, what are the better ways, what are faster ways for us to execute this task? And the major thing is the results. Well, that mentality of not putting in the work. I
want to remove the work.
No. Be smart up there. Think of
for creative ways. Put in the work. You can't even be smart if you are not doing that hard work. How do you deliver that smartness without me? I'm crude.
That's last, eh? That's last. Work day the front.
Mama, you have to that.
Okay. Okay.
So, I love to level. So, Mr. Jeff has already said it all. What I wanted to say before is that we have two variables here, dependable and independent variables, in which smart depend on the hard work. If you are hard work, you can as well be smart. And then, like you said, if you don't work, how can you be smart about the work? If you don't put on practice, how can you learn how to innovate and bring it to perfection? That's exactly. So it's a two-way of things, and there is variable and there is two variables, which is dependent and independent.
So
one is made in order, and we have to put the two.
I'll come back to you. There are still new.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, when you employ, the first thing you're employed to do is WORK, is to work. So the first thing you're doing is to work. And smart work, hard work, they're interwoven. So the hard work here is you having a task, you're prolonged, like you're staying so long on that same task. Not that you are not working, you're working, but you're elongating a task. Smart work is you still working, but you're doing the same work with planning and prioritizing what is important to bring out a result like he said. So there, everything is work. So there's no.
At the end of the day,
yes,
what
work.
is involved? Okay. You have the results.
All right. To start with, I think the reason why most times we mix up hard work and smart work is
Do you
because
know the problem that this thing are discussing our court for most managers? Young guys, young ladies just believe that things will get done without pushing, without strain, no strain. Chilling things, cruise, vibe, and then things will just be going from raw state to refine, all by themselves. I'm not aware of the word like that.
so let me quickly divert. And that's why we have this generation which we call
Which will be done.
which I belong. You hear people say, I would rather do smart work like working
Yes, that's what they say.
rather than going to resume work every morning and close in the evening like that. Now, that is a Yakuna though. But now, let me I don't know where to start, but I'm starting right away. Now, the hard work aspect, just like everybody has said, you need to start somewhere. And just like you are climbing a tree, you need to start from the campus, that's from the root. Now, the smart, for me now, I would like to look at the advantage. I will have to come in from the angle of the advantage. Now, the hard work, it requires effort. That's an effort you put in getting things done, or getting things done. Now, like what Sean said, is it consistency or what is it? Diligence. Now, diligence talks about consistency. You have to stay put until you achieve results. So that is what that's what we really call hard work. Like, this thing is not working. You have to
What
make
about
it work.
the short attention lifespan to work? You stay on it for a while, it's not delivering, you get sick, and then you move, and so you have half
smart work. Because really, smart work helps you to save time. You are still going to work, but
Save energy as well.
yes, save energy. And that's why most times when your employer is something like, okay, everybody can do this work, but how best can you do this work? It's the person is talking about how can you save my time? Like, what will you put in that will help us save this time? Like, we have 3 hours, but is it necessary for you to just use these 3 hours? Or within 1 hour, I can resolve this problem. So that's the aspect of smart work. That's the true definition of smart work. Talking about simplifying mode of doing things, of processing. So, but before you can achieve that eventually, you must have dedicated time. So you must have stay put to now. There's something we call in accounting learning curve. The learning curve comes from down, up. So while you are learning, while you are doing a particular thing, you discover there is a way I can do this thing and will achieve better results.
Yes.
So that doesn't just fall upon you like an anointing. It has to come from because you are working. So, but the generation of now, what we now as smart work is, we don't want to even do anything. Just live, and you don't know at the end of the day, it's more hard than the hard work. Because to even do someone by going through the Yahoo way, you have to do hard work. It's not like you will not be tired. If you don't understand English, that's another problem. You have to go and learn, you have to do so many things. More hard work. It's hard work. To even carry gun is hard work. You have to learn how to shoot, how to have a straight hand, a lot of things that, and perhaps so, but it's just perception. Really, it's a perception problem. So the area we understand these things very well.
Okay, maybe everybody is entitled to their opinion. The way I'm saying this, I'm trying to look at smart work as technology. Like, you can't, actually some people want to work smart, but bringing it to the work environment, I think it is whatever you are provided with that you run with. I would cite an example of when I was in the banking industry. When when Access Bank merged.
No, let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth. Never be tired of telling your stories. That's the pedigree she has built. It's like listening to me in any screen and not hearing. Why? Because workplace is a kind of college. If you have been to a very fantastic college and you left with plenty of learning, there is no way you not keep referring to your faculties over back there. That's why I see.
Thank
so,
you.
Never be tired of hearing. She's sharing from our wealth of experience.
Okay, so when Access Bank merged or took over Diamond Bank, someone like me was taken from an Access Bank branch to Diamond Bank branch. And the very first day I got to that branch, we were supposed to go teach them the access. And by 5:15, everybody carried their bags. I was like,
Visual
5:15.
What's going on?
Like, are we still in the bank? But what I noticed is that we were also working in Access Bank, but I think we were doing the hard work. Because, for example, the tellers, the denominations, they have this beautiful app that helps them to set the denominations, and it like sums up whatever the customer is giving you, and by 4:30, by 5, you are looking up your vault. And I was just wondering why Access Bank couldn't buy into such technology. And it is from this same, probably our managers, that you get to hear, you're not working smartly. And it got me thinking that it's not as if, at least some set of people were taken from Access Bank to Diamond Bank, and they still did the same work, and we were able to close on time, worked smartly. And what we keep hearing from you guys is that we are just working hard, we are not working smartly. Why don't you put those technology, bringing it back to pertinence group, for example, too. I have made some examples about a mailing system, a chat room where I'm in Lagos branch, I want to talk to a Michael in Ilori branch. I don't have to call by just chatting, not a WhatsApp chat, something that runs, I don't know how to. But
Well, I believe we're in the
all
process. I believe we're in the process because one of the things I'm aware of is the massive transition of everything on the group to fully tech-driven platforms. So I'm sure that those views and recommendations are not trashed. They are actually in the, but they, of course, they should not stay in the pipeline for too long, so they won't rust. Because Nigeria, when Nigeria tell you something is in the pipeline.
So for me, people can actually work smart when the right technology is in place.
Yes, it's true. It's actually one part of it. It's not actually all of it. So it is, yes. I agree. Absolutely.
Mama, I think we might need to add one more thing to this.
Okay.
To this.
Give it to me. Let me write.
So I think the last one should be versus foolish work.
Okay. So you will do the defining.
Ah. Okay.
Yes, sorry, Dr.
Versus. So it's a versus. It's not even.
Yes. What?
Okay.
Yes.
Don't worry. When it's time, the prof tell us.
I agree with everybody, but to my own understanding, working smart, I believe, has been before technology. What matters is how effective you can work at a specific time to give you a maximum result. So in those days, when there was no technology, people still worked smart. We didn't use technology. So as civilization comes, bigger technology are coming. But that doesn't mean that we are not working smart. If you use the right technique and maximize your results. Okay, let me say for instance, I studied economics. So when it comes to production, and you're given a specific time, 24 hours. So on a normal production base, it's assumed that you should produce 1,000 units. So working smart is if you use that same amount of raw materials to produce 2,000 units in less than 1 hour, that's working smart. Irrespective of technology or no technology, the main important thing that should be involved there is your initiative. How you placed your plan and you've targeted where you're going to and you know your results.
Okay, thank you. How we know that this is not about upsetting one person's view, it's about creating a robust conversation. So it's not an upset or upstage of anyone's view.
No, I said to my own
Yes.
understanding.
Yes, I'm just saying it generally. So we know that whatever each one is saying is a part of the whole. Thank you. All right. Wait. Millennia, tell us. Smart work.
Okay, as for me, I've not really been able to like picture what is really smart work or what is really hard work. The way I see it is that if there is a better way to do something, why are you going the hard way?
I think the word hard is
Yeah, because when people say hard work, like, okay, if you want to do something the smart way too, there are some things you need to do, like you need to be consistent, you need to be smart with it, you need to be accurate, you know, and all these things to come in play when you talk about hard work. Like you need to practice also, you need to be consistent. If you want to do something with technology also, you need to learn it, how to use that technology you are talking about. If you don't learn it, if you don't practice it often, there is no way you can use it effectively to get the desired result you want. So I feel the two still work hand in hand. The goal is get results. That's my own. Get results.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. I think Barbara actually summarized it, my thought line very well. And sorry, I think the most important word there is for me, I think this is the most important word. And everyone has said critical things. And I want to toe the Sean line and replace hard work with diligence. I think the definition is what is giving us. I think the definition might be giving us a little bit of challenge. And the reason why I introduced foolish work here is based on what Ms. Shofola also raised. And if there are better ways to do stuff, why go through the struggling way? So I'll take PPL for instance. Without any apologies, we fall to this category. So for instance, now if you take maybe Rivers, Betty said, calm down now. We're not hardworking. No.
See, trainings are about turning things around. So let's get to that.
So, and you can see that some of the meetings that we have been having, like, because we spend in this organization, if you want to look at it from the normal definition of hard work, there's no company that works. If you want to use that our normal understanding of, but in reality, this is the category because there are better ways to do those things. So if you have 24 hours in a day and our own production capacity is 8, someone has that same 24 hours and his own production capacity is 24. The two, you will find elements of this action there. Because for you to even get this 8, you need to, in this same, in quotes, foolish work, you need to exert certain level of diligence. That's why you see someone maybe in an account will spend till like 8 p.m. before the person goes home. It's still diligence for a foolish work. So diligence is still part of it, what you are getting as results. So yeah, so the concept here is where maximizing result is. And that's why the word smart is that, okay, what are the better ways? And for us to get to better ways, we must invest this hard work. For instance now, our developers have been reworking, what's the name? Omify. That's the first work they are doing. Those guys are work. If I sleep, if I snooze, I wake up, I will see them. They are on their laptop, and that is supposed to result to what? And right now, those guys, they don't sleep up to 3 hours, 30 minutes every single day. They don't sleep up to that. Even their eating pattern is they need to check up after they are done because they need to get us to this level of smart work. So this must be put in place. I don't want us as young people to now decide in our heart that, oh, everybody, this is required. If you are doing foolish work and you are doing smart work, you must add diligence. It's critical. So even right now, all the so-called smartness that we think we have, in 5 years' time, some people will categorize us that we feel that we are doing smart work right now. They will push us down to that because there are now better ways of executing things. So my summary is this: the maximum results with the available resources that you have is what will now determine if your work is smart. Maximum results. Smartness gives us maximum results. And for you to even get to smart, there's a significant dedication of. So I think that's my summation. Thank you.
Sleepless nights the developers are having, the extra hours is the real hard work for your own thing to become smart.
That's what I'm saying.
In their own time, for them, are they doing a smart work or they are doing a hard work?
So okay, it's not judgment. Now the definition is this. So it takes them, let's say, 16 weeks to deliver that task. I've pushed it from 16 to 8.
Okay.
So that means that they need to put twice the effort to execute it. So if they would normally want to enjoy and sleep for 8 hours and go on a date with their babe, they cancel that part and reduce. So they are now doing twice as much effort to be able to get us to that position that we can become smart.
Good. Do you think within that a project that's supposed to last for 16 weeks. You said because you want quick delivery, 8 weeks. Do you think you get a maximum result in 8 weeks? Are you telling me when they deliver that software, we are not going to find bugs and errors?
Perfect. I totally agree with what you just said. 100%. I totally agree. So I read something to my guys when they were trying to push production time. They pushed deployment time the first time for 2 weeks, and they came back again to push deployment time for another 2 weeks. I accepted because I know that they were putting a lot of effort. So let's take this example. Mama, can I clean this one? Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just need us to understand some certain things. So November last year, we decided to build a new product called Omnify. And we didn't have resources, we didn't have developers. DataFirst they were too busy for us. So I decided that, DataFirst, I spoke with Mr. Tunji that, what we want to build is a little bit similar to what RealVerse has. So RealVerse has learned lesson from the platform that they built. We built RealVerse in 10 days. The RealVerse app was built in 10 days. The RealVerse company was built in 20 days. The entire company that you are seeing right now was built in 20 days. Now, we took that prototype, the one that RealVerse rejected, that they were not interested. We took that prototype, and in 4 days, they did a little bit of adaptation. If you see the Omnify right now, if you look at it, you will see that there's a lot of similarities. I don't care. So we launched in 4 days. Now, between November 2020 and March 2021, with the